Well, good afternoon. Welcome back to my bait cave. Hope you guys are doing all right out there. It's a little bit later than normal get started today, but so overcast. It actually kind of feels like morning. My original plan for today was to heat up the lead pots and pour some jigs, and I'm running low, and I really need to do that. And I wanted to show y'all how to do it. I was going to take you all the way through the process. However, I was watching Tackle Tip Tuesday by the Real Bass Pursuit. Actually, today is Wednesday, but I saw it this morning. And he was talking about the drop shot and the benefits of the drop shot. And I shifted gears. I realized I haven't fished a drop shot in a long time. I really feel like between the next few months, I'd like to try and remember to use a drop shot. I always forget about that's a rig that could be benefit this time of year. And normally the only times I've ever used it, I've always used kind of rigged it with a finesse worm. So I'm gonna make some finesse worms today. Then I got to thinking about, well, what about a fluke? So I thought maybe I'd do some flukes too. However, this morning I watched the Real Bass Pursuit hook a little 3-inch or 4-inch minnow to it. I started thinking, what would be better than a 3-inch epic minnow? So I'm gonna throw some of those in, and then what about like a 3-inch inshore swim bait? So I'm gonna do those. So I got a whole gamut of ideas now. So today I thought I'd take y'all along on the soft plastic side of drop shot. So all the equipment I'm gonna use today is the first mold is this, basically a finesse worm. It's a 4-inch little worm. It's often called an action worm, but I always called it more of a finesse worm. I might be wrong about that. And the second thing I had talked about is a fluke. I don't know if you can see that down in there real good. And then a little flat back. These are 5-inch flukes. They make them in different sizes, but I think for a drop shot, 5 inches is about what I would like to try. Y'all have seen these next ones recently, the 3-inch epic prey bait and the 3-inch inshore swim bait. This is a pretty neat little swim bait right here. I think it would look good after seeing what the Real Bass Pursuit uses on his on his drop shot rig. So my first thought was to let me mold everything up in baby bass. I had a lot of luck with that, and I use it a lot. But then I got to thinking, for a drop shot or even just something different, I was thinking about a bluegill flash. I'll show you the recipe for it. There's a lot of different recipes online for this particular color, but this is the one I've been most impressed with. Is you just a couple drops of black 103, and see I did 3 to 4, but I think I'm gonna start off with 2 today. Because you only wanted a light charcoal. That's what we're going. That's what I'm gonna be shooting for. So maybe even one drop of black. We'll see what it looks like. And then I just have blue written here, but I'm gonna use a royal blue today, and a black and a gold. So I don't have 060 flake and black. I should have ordered some, but I procrastinated. I didn't. So I'm just going to use a 040. Same with gold. I'm going to use a 040. And instead of quarter teaspoons, I'm going to use 1/8 teaspoon for everything. And then the bottom is just going to be a white pearl. And I used to use, the last time I use this recipe, I used a white pearl powder, just in powder form. But today, I'm going to use this liquid white pearl, which I find works a lot better when you're trying to laminate colors. It comes out much better. All right, so I have all my ingredients pulled, and I'm going to use a straight 242 diameter. I think that's going to be great for these smaller lures. It's probably going to be a little softer and a little bit more flexible, so I'm gonna stick with that. And then for the 3-inch epic prey baits, I think I'm gonna stick with my red eye theme right now. Y'all know I'm hooked on that. And I believe we're ready to go. So I'll bring y'all around to the microwave and get started on heating up this plastic. All right, so here we are all set up with 2 cups of 242 ultra clear low odor. It's a medium diameter. So let me get these popped in a microwave, and they're gonna have to go in a vacuum chamber too, so I'll be back in a while. All right, so here's first cup right out the vacuum chamber. Look at that, nice and clear. That's some good plastisol right there. So I'm gonna do the easy side first, just the white pearl. So what I want to do is I'm gonna start off with, let's start with 5 drops. See what that does for it. That may not be enough, but I don't want too much pearl down here. Just enough so it's not clear plastic. There's still a little bit of weakness right there. Let's see what 2 more is going to do. And there's no way to really tell on this white right here. But I can see the pearl in it, and I think that's all I want. I don't want to take a chance to go too much further and wind up with something I can't fix. So that's it for the belly. Now let's go to the back. Get this out of here. So the first thing I want to do is to get the charcoal color looking good. So let's try just 1 drop. One drop might be it. See what that looks like compared to this this pearl right here. It's a little bit weak, I believe. Maybe 1 more. Sometimes 1 is just hard. I hate when that extra little drop falls in there, you know, when you... Yeah, I don't want to go no more than this. This is going to be... That's it. Let's see. Yeah. That's what I would consider charcoal right there. So I got this 015 Royal Blue Hex. Look at this. I always heat that a little bit. Down in the south where I grew up, even when we cooking dinner or whatnot, whatever we cooking, we always heat the seasonings. Sometimes we don't even use an exact measurer. We just season it to the way it looks. Okay, I'm getting sidetracked here. This is 040 Black Flake. I'm gonna heat this as well because this actually called for a quarter. But I'm cutting it down to 1/8. And same with the 040 Gold. I'm gonna actually do the same thing. Just heap a little bit on there. And call that good. See what that looks like. think that looks good. Feel like it needs a little bit more to the blue flake. Matter of fact, I might just be changing my ways, because this used to be enough blue, but now I feel like I need more. You know, my taste buds change as life goes on. Things that I see, how I want them. Still seems like it's missing something. I don't know. I am going to use that. That just don't look like what I want it to. I don't want no more black or gold. I'm gonna go out on a limb here and I think I need some 0115 purple hex. I don't know why I think I need that. I just think I do, because it's not looking the way I need it to look. I could have just ruined it, or I could have just fixed it. All right, I think that's what I was thinking of. Yeah, I don't know. Is that in the camera? Yeah. See, I think that's what I was envisioning in my mind, or my dream. So these both have cooled off quite a bit. They're not quite injection temp yet, so I'm going to go ahead and give them about a 30-second spin. All right, I got both my get this in the frame right. All right, both cups of plastic heated properly. About ready to go. I've been keeping everything warm on my hot plate. So on these two right here, I want my belly facing me. And then on these, my belly's facing this way, this way. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna shoot these minnows first and let them suck, I'm gonna shoot these first and then let them draw while I'm shooting these, and then I'll come back and start up here and work my way down, and by then these should be finished. It's just you kind of have to play that game, because I can't get a good offset on these, and I would just wind up covering the holes over, I would wind up covering the sprues over while they were still drawing plastic, and that's not what I want to do. So here we go. Plastic's ready. Everything's all nice and warm. Our injector is warm. This should be a good deal right here. The only thing I could have messed up is if I did not get the top and bottom right. It can happen. That would be the, yeah, it looks like I got it. Whoops. I might have had a little mishap right there, but we'll see. So, give everything a chance to draw properly, the best I can, right? Can't always get it. Almost messed up right there. So one thing I saw happen was a little bit of the belly color. When I came over, it was dripping, and I might have got some down in there to mess up that last one right there. But we'll just have to see what it comes out like. All right, I think everything's all cooled off. Thought I had it cleaned up. Got a little bit junk laying around. All right, here we go. Let's take a look at these prey baits first. See these eyes, they you know how you got to glue, I showed you last week, you glue them in. Well, they got a little bit of the glue on them, and that'll wash off. Yeah. Even if I don't put that on a drop shot rig, that's going to be a nice little bait anyway, ain't it? Bluegill flash. Whoops. Well, I turn like that where y'all can see a little bit better. All right, let's take a look at these 3-inch inshore swim baits. Let's try to get them all out on one side if we can. There we go. I thought I was going to have I think just one of these two I thought I was going to have trouble with, because I saw some of the material drip down inside before I was ready. And I believe I put a little too much pressure, just because I just felt like I was losing control, and I probably put a little too much pressure on it. See that little flashing at the top? That just comes off. That's a good indication that you're putting too much injector pressure. So I don't know why. I guess it was such a small cavity to fill. I just felt like maybe the injector wasn't working right, so I really mashed down a little too hard, I believe. So this won't have a, so this is going to be like this. That's the fish right there. So I think a little hook through there and that little tail kind of flapping back there is going to make a nice drop shot rig. Like I said, I never would have thought about using a swim bait on something like that until I watched a Real Bass Pursuit explain that theory, and I think I like it. So give you a little better look at these all together. Bluegill Flash. It came out good. I'm glad I put that extra small flake in there. It needed it. Okay, so that was the new exciting part of drop shot soft plastics. Let's go with the old proven fluke. So this is the back. Not very much of a back. Flukes are a lot of belly. Oh. Well, this is totally wrong. You know, when I was talking to y'all earlier, I felt like I had something going wrong. And it sure enough did. It's supposed to be I wonder how. See, that's how I get carried away. This is dyslexia kicking in. Know damn well this is the belly, and I wrote top. So, doomed from the start, right? I actually had my blending block correct, but I had my mold labeled wrong. But nonetheless, this is gonna, who knows what this is gonna be like, right? So now the question is, do I want to make another? Well, this is good enough. 5 to a bag. I think that'll be a nice bag. I am going to keep these just like this and use. But my next batch, I'm gonna flip it around the way it's supposed to be. I'm gonna correct my mistake. Okay, so before I went any further, I got out the acetone, cleaned that off, got my new top, the right top. Boy, I make more mistakes like that. So lastly, man, I hope this one's labeled right. This is the 4-inch action worm. Might have done the same damn thing, didn't I? Well, I don't know what I did with this one, because top. See, that's not the top either. The day I was labeling these, I must have been all kinds of wrong. Well, who knows? So here's 5 action worms or finesse worms, which I think is ass backwards. Well, wait, let's see. If that's the worm, maybe it goes this way. So maybe that one is right. Maybe this is the top. Well, at least I got something right, didn't I? Do I want them that way? Or do they need to go the other way? I do not know. I'm gonna call that good. Give me one more set of these. Here's something I forgot to show everybody. Blending block. It's always a fun part. Just see how this thing works. Isn't that just so cool? See, belly color comes in from this, down this angle. And it's separated by this separation plate, or maybe you call it blending plate. And then the top color comes down through here. That's a good, this is a real good invention. This is really up to my game. Switching over to this SDG blending block has improved quite a bit of laminating. I'm very impressed with it. All right, we want to take a look at round 2. I think they look just as good as round 1. I love the laminating line. Like I said, that SDG block, it is everything is cracked up to be, that's for sure. Well, there you have it. I'm pretty happy with these right here. Here we go, round 2 of these inshore swim baits. Yeah. You know what else I always wanted to do with this particular mold right here is, and I might do that with these right here, is I want to trail these on a umbrella rig. Oh, what if I put these around the outside of their umbrella rig and right down the middle put the slade bait or something like that, to that effect. There's always just so much stuff you could do. Just never enough time to do it. And every time I'm out in the boat, usually after I'm already back home, I think of everything that I should have done. Definitely this time I'm doing some drop shot action. So let's see if I got the flukes right this time. I don't have much faith in myself right now. I always question. I think this is supposed to be the top, so this time it should be right. Gotta be careful. You can really rip this right off. They go so deep, you know. So I think that's the way it's supposed to look. We got it right. Let me get them other ones. I want to compare them. Even in that SDG blending block really does good, even in the regular mold. I guess that's what I'm trying to say. A little bit of stuff gets mixed in. That's because of the turbulence right up in here. See how small that little port is? It's so small, it causes just to kind of get a lot of turbulence, and that causes a lot of this. But I've been using this mold for years, and I never really minded that. Hang on a second. So here's the first set I did backwards versus the corrected version. I don't think there's enough difference. I'm just gonna package them both by themselves. Like this will be a bag and this will be a bag, and I'm gonna call that good. It's my flukes. And lastly, the finesse worm or action worm. See, this one laminates a little bit better. There's not much there to laminate because of it's not that thick, but it has a slightly bigger port. I wonder if I took a round file and cleaned that other one out on the flukes, if it would change, or would I just ruin my mold? I don't know. But there you have it. I like that. Haven't used this color in a long time, but I really like it. So while I'm reheating those injector plugs and a little bit left in the cup, I was going to go for a round 3, but I changed my mind. Let me show you why. I feel like that bluegill flash is going to look good in some 4-inch prey baits. See that in there? So I got enough. I'm gonna make 2 sets of these right here, and use up the rest of that plastic. I'll get back with you and show you how these come out. All right, here we go. Got the plastic all heated back up again. We'll put the belly towards me. Nice and tight. Do a little bit extra stir. I think this is going to be good. Let's start off with the back one and work our way this way. Now let's go this way. I think it'll be easier for me to see what's going on this way. This plastic was kind of hard to, gave me some trouble heating it back up, but I finally got it. I don't know if my microwave is going out. It might be time for a new one, or maybe it just got really cold. Here we go. Nice, smooth, easy injection. All right. Let them give them a little extra air to drink. All right. Reason I got a little extra the black back color. I got a little extra back color because I spilt my belly color a little while ago trying to heat it back up. All right, well, let's have a look. 4.1 inch epic prey bait. One of the reasons I shoot a lot of these right here is it's probably one of my most sought after sizes when it comes down to the swim baits. Look at that. I mean, how do you get better than that? Well, you can. You can't get better than this with a shooting star. Get that hook slot out of there. you're gonna go compare, once you go move up to the shooting star, well then some of this laminate just gets even that much better. You know what I mean? But yeah, this 4 inch is about the most sought after injection swim bait mold I have. Now some of the open pores are a little bit more popular than these, but as far as an injection mold goes, I don't have a more liked swim bait than these 4.1 inch. All right, then y'all want to see round 2? 4.1 inch. Whoops. That didn't come out. Didn't come out the mold like I like it. I might have rushed it. Well, you get the drift. Here we go. Get that in focus. Let me just go ahead and pull them all out since I kind of messed it up anyway. So my best girl that's made a run out here, she told me I need to put some blue eyes in there. So I'll find some maybe silver and blue or something like that. But anyway, I got to do one more. I'll do it off camera. All right, well, that's it for me today. So my whole thoughts on today's video was to mold up some things I could use on a DropShot. But as I was working it, I started thinking I have never in my life thrown a umbrella rig, and I got this one that I never used. I'm thinking that would look good to hang a set of those little inshore swim baits or some of those epic prey baits off of these things. I think it's supposed to be, I'm not really sure exactly how. I think it runs this way in the water with the spinners up here, and then I got, well, this is a spinner also on this one. But right here this one's plain. So maybe I'll put a bigger, maybe that 4.1 inch prey bait right here, and then the 3 inch prey baits around here. See what kind of action I get with that. I would bet that if you ran an umbrella rig across like an ambush spot or a good point, and then find a good point and just run that thing real fast across it, I bet you get some really good hits on that. So anyway, I got to start cleaning it up. Down here in southeast Texas, it's going to be dark in probably about 45 minutes. It gets dark fast here. So until next time, I hope you guys stay safe. Hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, if you give me a like and a comment, I really appreciate it. And I'll talk to you guys next time. Until then, just remember I'm your old tired veteran, and you know what I'm gonna say. You guys got to get out there and get fishing. Got the Christmas holidays coming up. You're gonna have New Year's off. I know they're in the middle of the week, so that's prime time to get out there with the kids while they're out of school and go try to catch a few. And if I don't see you guys again till after Christmas, have a Merry Christmas. And I know hopefully, if the good Lord's willing, I'll see you again before the first of the year. So y'all take it easy, and I'll see you real soon. All right, bye.